Hi everyone, this is Donald Sinatra, and in this video I'm going to be explaining the differences between the Facebook like button and the Facebook like box. I know there is some confusion because essentially they seem like they do the same thing, but in essence they really don't. I'm also going to explain how you can add the like box or like button to your website as well. Anyway, so to start, the Facebook like button is basically used for visitors of your website to like a product or service, whether it's your website or anything really. It's essentially universal. People can like anything that they want to, and as you notice, if you've used Facebook, that people are liking all sorts of things, and that's what the like button does. The like box is a little bit more restrictive to the Facebook world, and what that means is that the Facebook like box ties in with a particular Facebook fan page. So for an example here, my podcast, the Ask Adam League, I am using a Facebook like box. And I'm sorry, I'm using a Facebook like button, but I am using it as a box, and I'll explain that. So if somebody clicks like here on my page, they will be liking my Facebook fan page that I've created, which is right here. But with the Facebook like button, they can like essentially anything. So it's kind of a little hairy. It gets a little strange, but let me try to explain here, right? So basically, I'm going to bring up the Facebook like button and the like box generators right here. That's part of the Facebook developers website. And you can find these really easy. Just, type in any search engine, Facebook like box, and then Facebook like button. And that's what I've done here. So you can see here, I got this tab open, the Facebook like box. And if you look at this field right here, it says Facebook page URL. And so that means that this like box function is going to tie in with whatever Facebook page that I want to create this like box for. Essentially what I've done this for is for the Ask Adam League. And you see here the like button is very universal. It's asking you for a URL to like. So you can essentially like anything that has a URL, any website. So what I'm going to show you is how to create a Facebook like button that acts like a Facebook like box. And it's a lot, to people who haven't done this before, trust me, it's a lot less confusing than it sounds. So all I'm really doing is creating a Facebook like button for my website that's going to be on my website. And when people click on it, they're going to be liking my Facebook page, which is right here. So to start out, just go to the developer page, which is for the Facebook like button. And what you want to do is you want to create, when you have your fan page ready for Facebook to show or to feature, excuse me, just go over to your Facebook fan page, and then you want to copy your URL. And then when you go to the like button generator, just punch that baby in to the URL to like field. And what that's going to do is that's going to generate a like button here. And this stuff auto-generates here off to the side when you change some of these parameters. And there's a bunch of them. There's like a button count feature and stuff like that. I just like doing standard. It's just my preference. They got a show faces function as well. That'll show the faces of people who like the fan page that you've created for Facebook. But again, I'm not too much of a fan of that right now. Anyway, so the width is basically how many pixels long you want this to be on your site. And then, there's a few other parameters. And, there's not much to it, but that's fine. It's great. It's simple. It's fantastic. So you click Get Code when you change everything you want to change. You're basically going to get two different codes here. Now, I'm not really a coder, so I don't really know too much of the differences between these, but I do know that the XFBML code is really a script that's running, and I've found that to work on my site, so that's what I've used. Anyway, so basically you just select all and copy this code right here, Now, what I'm going to show you is how to install that code onto your website and get your Facebook like button working. So, if you're using WordPress like me, you want to go to your WordPress CMS, and under Appearance over here, you're going to go to Widgets. I'm not going to make the actual changes here because I like my site how it is, but I will go through the motions essentially to show you how to add this. So in WordPress, basically, the way it's structured is that there's a sidebar, and what the sidebar has is widgets, and you add widgets to it, and they basically are like applications that do things. And there's a really handy widget called a text widget, which is right here. These are all your available widgets, and basically you just drag and drop them into your sidebar wherever you want to place them. So if you want to create your Facebook like button, you want to put it onto your website on your sidebar, good way of doing that, grab the text box, widget, excuse me, and then you just drag and drop it in. Now, I've already done that here. It's at the top here is where my Facebook like button is. And so you just crack open that text widget, and then this is code for my site. There's some other stuff going on here. But essentially right here is my Facebook like button. This is the script that's running. And so what you do is you take that code, that XBFML file, that code, and you copy and you paste that wherever it is that you want it to be in your sidebar, respectively, with the other functions that you have going on there. So you just copy and paste it in there, and then click save, right? And so when you click save, what that does is it basically saves that code into your site, and you just basically just reload your page, and then your code will be here. Now, I do want to tell you that I have when I first put my like button on my page, it didn't show up for 2 hours. Now, I'm not sure if that's because the Facebook API was taking 1 trillion years to work or not, but essentially it didn't show up right away, and I didn't change any of the code. So I just want to give you fair warning. If it doesn't work right away, just go out to lunch, come back, and see if it's there. Anyway, yeah, so that's pretty much all I have to say about the Facebook like button and like box. How it works with WordPress, you can basically put either one in here and they'll work just fine. It's just up to you which one that you would like to use. For me, again, I like the Facebook like button just because it's more versatile. You can like any web page you want to, or any website, or anything really. I've just chosen for people to like the Ask Adam League on Facebook. Okay, thanks very much, guys.